हेलो फ्रेंड्स, नमस्कार। आज की क्लास बहुत मज़ेदार होने वाली है। इट इज़ गोइंग टू बी सो इंटरेस्टिंग टुडेस क्लास because in the before classes we learned that what is the prefix, what is the suffix, what is the word root in the first video, UPSC part 1. In the second video we learn about how to select the chain, how to give the numbering for the substituents, how to give the prefix for the substituents. Then all those things we learn in the last class. Now we will go one by one based on the functional group, based on the type of compound we are going to be discussed today. Then in this case, first we will go for the alkanes, because we know that alkanes we are giving the numbering based on the IUPAC nomenclature. For example, their word root is very important while giving this name. For the alkanes, we are writing the suffix ane. How it will be? For example, you can think for the alkanes TH4. Word root for this one is the meth. One carbon means what we are calling meth. Then we are adding the suffix plus ane. Then we are writing as the methane. Same thing. CH3, CH3. This is called as the word root because it is having the two carbons. Then word root is the eth. Eth, it is the open chain molecule. It is saturated. It is having the single bond between the carbon. That's why we are writing the suffix ane. Eth plus ane. Then what it will become? Ethane. Like that, you can select any alkane. For example, you can take 6 carbons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then 6 carbon means it is saturated. Then that is the different case, and it is having the 6 carbons. 6 carbons means word root will be the hex. Then it is saturated. It having the single bonded means it is a single bonded compounds. Then what it will be called? Ane. Then what will be the IUPAC name? Hexane. Like this. If it will be having the 7 carbons, heptane. Hept plus ane. If it is having the 8 carbons, octane. Oct plus ane. Very simple. For giving the nomenclature for the saturated compounds, open chain compounds, dead easy. Word root followed by the ane. Ane is the suffix when it is saturated. Now we will go for the unsaturated compounds. Basically, unsaturated compounds divided into 2 types. Then first one is called as the alkenes. Second one is the alkynes. I hope you are not getting bored. Then in this case you can see how we are going to give the nomenclature in this case. Nomenclature according to the IUPAC, especially for alkenes, we are writing the IUPAC name alkane, minus ane. This is minus ane plus ene. Then what it will become? Minus N plus ene is equal to what? Alkene. What we are choosing here in this case? Alk plus ene, because here minus N, we are removing this N. N is replacing with what? Ene. That's why what it is calling? Alkene. Then for example, I will write. First count it. How many carbons it have? 1, 2, 3, 4. How many carbons are there? 4 carbons are there. Then 4 carbons means what we are calling? What is the IUPAC name? Butane. What it is? Butane. Then what it will be having here? Double bond. That's nothing but ene. Double bonded compound we are calling as the ene. Okay. Especially the alkenes. All the alkenes will be having the double bonds. Enes means double bonds. Remember that. Then butane. Then how will we write the name? Butane minus N plus ene. Minus N means we are removing this minus N. That's why I wrote minus N plus ene. Then what it will be remain? But plus ene. Then what it comes? Butene. Sometimes you can write as the 1-butene also. Generally, whenever the double bond present at the first position, we are not going to give the numbering. Because first position means butene means we can understand that at the first position there is the double bond. Here, when you will be give the numbering for this 1, 2, 3, 4. Whenever in the compound double bond will be there means you have to start the numbering from the double bond carbon only. From the side of double bond carbon. See here, double bond is there. That's why I started numbering from here. We cannot start from this side, remember. Then another example I will write. Now see, from which side you have to give the numbering for this. For example, I will remove this carbon. Now, from which side you will give the numbering? Double bond should have to get the lowest possible number. If you give from this side, 1, 2, 3. It is going to get double bond 3 at the third position. If I will give from this side, 1, 2. Means from this side, it is going to get the lowest number. That's why you have to give the numbering from that end, which end double bond is the near one. Okay. That's why 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now see, here double bond is present at the second position, but in this case it is present at the first carbon. That's why directly I wrote butene. Then here how many carbons have in this case? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 means what is the common name for, what is the IUPAC name for this? When it will be having the 5 carbons, it is calling as the pentane. Pent plus N, pentane. See, I will write here. Pentane. Then what we have to be add to the double bond compound? What we have to be remove here? From the pentane, minus N plus ene. Minus N means we are removing this. Then what it comes? Pentene. But here The double bond not at the first position, it is at the second position. That's why what we have to be write? 2-pentene, or you can write to the same 2-pentene pent 2-ene. See, pent 2-ene means to the pentane at the second position double bond is present. That's why how I am writing pent 2-ene or 2-pentene. Both are correct. Okay, I hope you might be understand how to give the name for especially for the alkenes. Now we'll go for the alkynes. In case of alkynes, you can see alkynes means these are the triple bonded compound. Alkenes means double bonded compound. Already I explained regarding that. Now you can see in case of alkynes, how we are giving the names means according to IUPAC, because these are also derived from the alkanes only, alkynes also. Then how we are writing the names means for these alkynes, alkane minus N plus ine. If this minus it is going out, N is going out, means what it will be remain? Alk is remain alk plus ine, alkyne. Alkane, from that minus N plus ine, alkyne. Then for example we can try different examples. In this case you can see, I will give one example. See, always we have to see that the valency should be balanced in this case. See, carbon valency how much? 4. Is it right? Here how many hydrogens are there? 3. Is it right? This is 1. Bond is nothing but 1. 3 plus 1, 4. This will be having the valency 4. See this carbon? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. What it means? It is combined with the 4 other atoms. It indicates that. Now you can see this carbon having the valency 4. This carbon also see 1, 2, 3, 4. That's why in the whatever, whenever you are going to write any compound structure, at that time you have to see the valency of that carbon. If it is not balanced, it means that is completely goes wrong. Now see how many carbons it will be have? 1, 2, 3. 3 carbons. 3 carbons means what is the word root? Prop. Then what is the common name for the saturated compound? Propane. Then I will write propane. But here what is there? Double bond, triple bond is there. That's why minus N plus ine. Then when the N will be goes out from this means what will be remain there? Prop plus ine. It means what? Propine. The triple bond at the first position. That's why I am not giving numbering here also. I wrote propine. Then how you can write the butane next? See, CH3, CH2, C, triple bond, CH. How many carbons are there in this case? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 means word root is the but. Then what will be the name will come? Butane. Why it is butane? Butane. Minus N plus ine. Here we are removing the N. Then just we are adding the ine. Then it becomes butane. Like this we have to be write the name for all the compounds, unsaturated compounds. Then the next question will come in this case. If double bond also in the same compound, then triple bond also in the same compound, then what you will do? Example I will write here. This is the compound. One side is double bond, another end is the triple bond. Then how you are going to give the numbering? At that time, we have to remember the one rule here, that is called as the FDTS. FDTS means first priority goes to the functional group, next priority goes to the double bond, then next priority goes to the triple bond, then last priority goes to the substitutions. Understand? Substitutions means any prefixes. Then see, in this case, any functional group is there? No functional group. Functional group means what? Acid group, sulfonic acid group, or anhydride, or ester, or acid chloride, any functional group. In this case, functional groups are there? No. Then what is there? One is the double bond, another one is the triple bond. At that time, this rule, what it will be says, FDTS, first functional group. Functional group will be having the more priority than the double bond. Double bond having the more priority than the triple bond. Triple bond having the more priority than the substitution, according to the IUPAC. Okay, not my rule. Okay, it is the IUPAC rule. Then in this case, how we are going to give the numbering? What he told? First double bond, then the triple bond. Means we have to give from this side only. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now double bond is present at first position, triple bond present at the fifth position. Then how we are going to write the naming for this one? How many carbons it have? 6 carbons means what is the word root? Hex, hexane. Is it right? Then see, in this case, how we are going to write the name? Word root is the hex. Then the double bond will be present at the second position. Then the triple bond present at the third position. Then first what it will comes? In. Hex plus in plus ein. But we have to be represent with the numbering its prefixes. Okay, its prefixes. Then how we are writing to this one? How we are writing the IUPAC name? Just see, in case of this, hex 2 in 5 ein. Hex 2 in 5 ein. Understand? We are not calling as the hexene because both the bonds will be present in this case. Double bond also, triple bond also. That's why we have to be mention the location of the double bond as well as the triple bond. See, already I told priority first I given to the double bond. Priority to the double bond. That's why first what it will becomes? In, then ein. Because in the alphabetical order also E will become first, then Y will become next. That's why hex 2 in 5 ein. This type of compounds also will form. when it will be having the double bond as well as the triple bond, then we have to first preference goes to the double bond, then next preference goes to the triple bond. You have to remember that FDTS rule, don't forget that. Okay, next we will be go for the alkyl halides. I hope you might be understood. For the saturated compounds, how we are writing the name, unsaturated also how we are writing the name, then how we are giving the numbering. Now we'll go for the alkyl halides. Alkyl halide means alkane also present, halogen also present. Okay, when the alkane group attached to the halogen, then we are calling as the alkyl. That's why alkyl halide. For example, I will write here CH3, CH2, Cl. How many carbons it will be have? 2 carbons. One is halogens. Then how we are writing the name for this one? Always whenever in any compound halogen is present, according to the IUPAC, halogen we are writing as the prefix, means before the word root. Then see in this case, chlorine is present at the first position. That's why no need to mention the numbering when it will be present at the first position. Okay, then how I will be write the name for this one? I have to write always to the halogen. I have to write as the prefix chloro. For the halogen, prefix will be the chloro, bromo, iodo, like that. Okay, then what is the name of this one? Alkane names means when it will be having the single bond, it is having 2 carbons, then what it is called? 2 carbons word root is what? Eth. It is saturated, that's why it is called as the ethane, because single bond it will be have. Then how will we write the name? Chloroethane. Chloroethane means to the halogen we are writing as the prefix. That's why according to IUPAC, haloalkane. Any halogen followed by the alkane, that's why it is haloalkane. Then another example I will give. Now see, bromine is there. Then what is the name of this one? Word root is what? How many carbons it have? 1, 2, 3, 4. But. Then how I have to give the numbering for this one? Always see, according to the FDTS, functional group, double bond, triple bond, then substitution. Don't forget this one. It have any double bond? No. It have any triple bond? No. Then it is having any substitution? Yes. What is the substituent group? Halogen. Then give the numbering first. Numbering from which side I have to be start? Always the substituent should be have to get the lowest possible number. If we will give from this side 1, 2, 3. From this side 1, 2 means the halogen present at the second position from this side. From this side means third position. Third means bigger number. Then I will give the numbering from this side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now see, bromine is not present at the first position. It is present at the second position. That's why you have to mention the number. 2. Always in between the number and word hyphen should be there. See, remember that. in between number and word we have to mention the hyphen. At the second position, what is there? Bromo. Then what is the name of this compound? Word root is what? But. It is saturated. That's why N will become butane. 2-bromo-butane. It is not difficult part. Giving the numbering and naming, it will be very easy. But we should have to know the rules. That only the difficult thing. If we know the rules means you can give the name for any compound. Then for example, here one more example I will give, because examples are very important. See, giving only one example I am finishing means you might be think like that video should be short. Many people nowadays, many students, they like the short videos. In short videos, especially for the organic chemistry, it won't work, because only one example they will give, less example they will give. When you will be practice more example, then you will be learn more. Otherwise, it is very difficult. You go any book also you refer. I will challenge you. In all the books you can take, either it may be Ball and Ball, Morrison Bite, they will give one example or two example. But we have to practice. We have to practice. Then one more example I will give. See, in this case, double bond also present, substituent also present. Double bonds also present, substituent also present. At that time, what we will do? We have to follow this rule. First priority goes to what? Double bond, irrespective of the substituent, that is the halogen. That's why numbering from where we have to start? From the halogen side or double bond side? Double bond side only. Because the double bond will be having the more priority than the substituent. Remember, halogens we are mentioning or we are writing as the substituents only. Now, then what we have to, how we can write the name for this one? See, how many carbons are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. First I will give the numbering. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For avoiding the confusion, what you will do means, which position what is present, first mention it. First position what is there? Double bond is there. Then the fourth position what is there? Halogen is there. Now see, how we are going to give the name for this one? Always halogen will become first, because it is we are writing as the substituent. Okay, then this one we are writing as the suffix, because in double bond having the more priority than the chlorine. See here, double bond more priority. In this, any halogen are there in this list? No. It means that we are writing as a substituent which will be having the low priority. Now you can see in this case, it is the pentane, 6 carbon it will be have. But which position what is there? Fourth position chloro is there. That's why I will write 4-chloro. Okay, 4-chloro. Then second position what is there? Sorry, first position what is there? Double bond is there. If you mention the number, it's okay. If you don't mention the number also, it is okay, because more priority one is at the first position. That's why I will write 4-chloropentene. Or we can write fourth position chloro is there, 4-chloro pent. Which position halogen, sorry, which position double bond is there? First position, pent 1-ene. 4-chloro pent 1-ene. Remember that always in between word and number hyphen should be there. This one don't forget it. If you will write correct name also, you are going to get the 0 marks. Anda milega. Okay, क्या मिलेगा? अंडा. Like this, you can practice number of examples. But remember this rule, FDTS, very very important. Okay, in no books they will be mentioned this rule FDTS like that. Okay, now we'll go for the one by one functional group. We will discuss how we are going to give the nomenclature for the functional groups. For example, first I will take the acid group. That is carboxylic acid. Direct we can write. Acids means carboxylic acids. It is represented by the RCOOH. Okay, represented by RCOH, because R is nothing but the any alkyl group. It is aliphatic or aromatic. Okay, that will be attached to the acid group, carboxylic acid group. Now, in this table you might be observing which one is having the priority. It means this carboxylic acid. Acid is having the more priority than any other. See, I wrote from the high priority to low priority. This table is very very important for giving the numbering for those compounds which is having the functional group. Sometimes they will be having the 2 functional groups, 3 functional group, multifunctional group compounds also present. Single compound means, single functional group means no problem, because you know this rule. First functional group will come. If it is having the 2 functional groups, what we will do that time? We should have to know this table. Without knowing this, we cannot write. I will show that examples also. See, in this case, I will give one example. Because this all the acids we are deriving from the alkanes only. Then that's why we are writing the name, IUPAC name for this one, alkane. Again, minus E, here not the minus N, minus E, remember only we are subtracting the E. Minus E plus, what is the suffix will come for this one? Oic acid, because whenever the functional group is there, that functional group we have to be write as the suffix. Remember that. What we have to write? We have to write as the suffix. You cannot write as the prefix like halogens. This difference you have to be remember. For halogen only we are writing as the prefix, but for the all functional groups we are writing as the suffix. If it is more prior one means, then alkane minus E plus oic acid. Remember this, oic acid. Then what it will become? Minus E, then I will write alkan, because I removed here E, the way I mentioned minus E. Alkan plus oic acid means, what is the name of this one? Alkanoic acid, because all these are deriving from the alkanes. That's why alkane minus E plus oic acid. Okay, then I will give example. In this case, how many carbons are there? Usually what students they will be do means, they will be count only this carbon, 1, 2, 3. They don't count this carbon. Whenever in the functional group carbon will be there means, you have to be count that carbon. Remember this point. Any compound functional group is there, functional group having the carbon, at that time you have to count that carbon also. Then how you are going to give the numbering for this one? Very simple for this, because no other substitutions, nothing here, no functional group, only one functional group. That's why we have to start numbering from this carbon. This carbon also we have to count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then what is the word root? How many carbon it will be have? 4. 4 means what it is called? But. What it is called? But. Then see. What I told, alkanoic acid, alkane minus E plus oic acid. Here also, alkane means butane minus E plus oic acid. Then what is the name for this one? If you remove this means butanoic acid. See, very simple this one. Writing the name for this. Numbering also very simple because only one functional group is there. Sometimes what happen means there it will be having the multifunctional groups. That time what we have to do? Example I will give. Okay, butanoic acid, this one. Then another example shall I write? Then what is the name for this one? How many carbons it will be have? 3 carbons. 1, 2, 3. I have to start numbering from the functional group only. Then what is the name for this one? Propane. From this you subtract the E. Then add the oic acid because suffix is the oic acid, what I mentioned there. Then what is the name for this one? Propanoic acid. What is this? Propanoic acid. Okay, you might be understood this. If you want, we can practice in one more video. I will make one more video. Only in that video will be practice different types of compounds. Okay, I will promise you, I will make that video with the different examples. Some difficult example we can take and we will practice. First you have to be understand. Then I will write one more example here. See, in this case there is the two functional groups. Here one functional group and here one functional group. When we will get this type of compounds, no, it will be little bit, it will be push us into the difficulties. But it is not the difficult one. If you know the priority, this table, that's why I told, by heart this table at any cost. इसको रट्टा मारो, कैसा भी करो, रट्टा मारो, याद रखो. Okay. Now see, in this case, how we are going to write the name for this? First we have to give the numbering. From where it will be start numbering means it will be start from the most prior group. In this case, most prior group is the acid. You can see acid present at the first position. Then see SH. It is called as the thiol. SH present, see, at the lower side, lower priority side. ये बहुत lower priority पे है. If the acid is the prime minister, he is the सरपंच, विलेज सरपंच. कौन बड़ा रहता है? प्राइम मिनिस्टर बड़ा क्या सरपंच बड़ा? प्राइम मिनिस्टर ना. प्राइम मिनिस्टर को छोड़ के तुम सरपंच को वैल्यू दिए तो प्राइम मिनिस्टर क्या करता है? उखाड़ के फेंक देता है. He will remove. Okay, because to the most prior persons we have to give the first priority. Is it right or not? We have to give. For example, father is there, brother also there. First priority to whom we have to give? Brother or father? Father. Is it right or not? One side friend is there, another side teacher is there. To whom we will be give the priority? To the teacher or to the student? Teacher. If you don't give the priority to the teacher means he will see you in the exam. Lab exam also there, remember. Along with that, mid exams also there. Mid exam also, they will reduce the marks. Cut kar dete hai. Don't take that. Don't go up to that extent. Okay. That's why here to whom we have to give the priority? Priority we have to give to the acid because that is the high priority one. Okay. Whenever it will be having the high priority functional group, we have to consider suffix only. We have to write as the suffix only. याद रखो जो ज्यादा प्रायोरिटी है उसको सफिक्स ही लिख सकते हैं. बोला ना पहले क्या आता है? प्रीफिक्स, वर्ड रूट, देन सफिक्स. लो प्रायोरिटी जो रहता है उसको we can write as the which will be having the low priority, we will be writing as the prefix only, not the suffix. Okay, that's why when the thiol group is the suffix, then what we have to be write here? Mercapto, not the thio. What we have to write? Mercapto. That's why first I will give the numbering. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then first what I have to write? Substituent, always I have to write the prefix. First prefix will come. That's why the first video is very important. Which is prefix, which is suffix. You go and watch that video. Okay, in my YouTube channel. Don't miss that. I know that. Movie 3 घंटे देखते हो यार. ये एक आधा घंटा देख नहीं सकते क्या? प्लीज प्लीज यार, सब्सक्राइब नहीं करता हो तो मत कर यार, लेकिन देख. ओके, देन सी. थ्री mercapto because I have to be write as the prefix. Prefix for the thiol is mercapto. Remember, that's why इसको रट्टा मारो. Mercapto, then hyphen, then you have to mention, you want to mention, you mention the number, otherwise no need because it is most prior group present at the first position. 3 mercapto. What is the word root? Prefix is over this one, then the word root 1, 2, 3, 4. What it will become? But. Okay, what it comes? But. 3 mercapto, but, N, because butane minus E plus OIC acid, then what it will become? Butanoic acid. समझ गए? 3 mercapto butanoic acid. एसिड ग्रुप को मैं नंबर यहाँ पे नहीं मेंशन किया हूँ. Why? Because this acid group present at the first position. When it is present at the first position, no need to mention. Okay. If another example I will give in this case. अरे यार थोड़ा टाइम लगता है यार, सब्र करो, मैं लिख रहा हूँ यार. मैं कौन सी भी बुक सामने रख लेके मैं नहीं बता रहा हूँ तुम्हारे को. हाँ, डिफरेंट एग्जाम्पल दिल से लिख रहा हूं. ओके, थोड़ा सा पेशेंस प्लीज. देन सी हियर, इसमें गौर से देखो. सब्स्टिट्यूएंट आल्सो देयर, डबल बॉन्ड आल्सो देयर, फंक्शनल ग्रुप आल्सो देयर. Substituent also there, double bond also there, functional group also there. When 3 are there, then what we have to be follow? Which rule? Functional group, double bond, then the triple bond, then the substituent. Remember, substituent आखिरी को आएगा. पहले क्या आएगा? फंक्शनल ग्रुप. नंबर भी किधर से देना है? फंक्शनल ग्रुप. याद रखो, प्राइम मिनिस्टर, सरपंच, यहाँ और एक है, दोनों के बीच में होम मिनिस्टर. ओके, प्राइम मिनिस्टर के बाद किसको? देन सी 1, 2, 3, 4. Then how we are going to write the name for this one? Just see, first prefix I have to be write. Prefix means what? Substituent, that is the bromo. That's why I will write the 4-bromo. Then hyphen, hyphen देना है 2. नहीं देना है मत दो, यहाँ पे चलेगा। देन वर्ड रूट क्या है? ब्यूटेन। ब्यूटेन है वर्ड रूट, लेकिन ब्यूटेन में और क्या है यहाँ पे? डबल बॉन्ड। व्हाट इज दैट? डबल बॉन्ड। दैट्स व्हाई 4 ब्रूमो ब्यूट 1 in, sorry, 1 in, no yaar, double bond present at the second position, 2 in, butane minus n plus in, that's why what it come? Butene, but plus 2 in, because second position पे double bond है 2 in, then 1 ओइक एसिड। इसका मतलब क्या है? फोर्थ पोजीशन पे ब्रोमो, देन वर्ड रूट इज द ब्यूट, देन सेकंड पोजीशन इन इज देयर, दैट्स व्हाई आई wrote 2 in, ओके। देन 1 ओइक एसिड, ब्रोमो ब्यूटेन 2 in 1 ओइक एसिड, ओके, अंडरस्टैंड? समझ में आया? when it will be having the double bond as well as the functional group at that time, along with substitution, you have to give the first priority to the acid group. I will write one more example. इससे मेरा भी दिल नहीं भरा एक एग्जाम्पल से। how you are going to select the long chain now? see here, ऐसे कंपाउंड कंफ्यूज करते हैं, उसलिए एग्जाम्पल लिखा हूं। यू कैनॉट सेलेक्ट द लॉन्ग चेन लाइक दिस, ये गलत हो जाएगा। लॉन्ग चेन, इसको ये कार्बन को इंक्लूड दिस कार्बन एंड सेलेक्ट इट। दिस इज वी आर राइटिंग एज द substituent, okay, we are writing as a substituent. Then what is the name for this one? Numbering how you will be give? functional group से start करना है, 1 2 3 4 5, देन कितने कार्बन है? 5 कार्बन है। सब्स्टिट्यूएंट क्या है? मीथाइल है। दैट्स व्हाई व्हाट आई विल राइट फर्स्ट, 2 methyl, then how many carbons? 1 2 3 4 5, 5 means pentane, 2 methyl pentane, माइनस ई निकाल दिया, नहीं लिख रहा हूं, ई प्लस ओइक एसिड पेंटेन, आई एम नॉट राइटिंग द माइनस ई निकाल दिए। क्यों? यहाँ पे और एक रूल है, क्या बोले तो सो पेंटेन प्लस ओइक एसिड, at that time what you have to do means, when the two ovals will come together, first two oval we have to be cancel, understand? first two oval we have to be cancel, because A E I O U these are the ovals, इसलिए नाम क्या आता है? 2 methyl पेंटानोइक एसिड। समझ में आ गया कैसा लिखना है नाम? ओके, कंफ्यूज मत हो। नेक्स्ट अल्कोहल्स, विल गो फॉर द अल्कोहल्स। Alcohols, how we are writing the IUPAC name means alkane, because alcohols also derived from the alkane minus E plus all, माइनस ई प्लस ऑल. क्यों माइनस ई? Why it is minus E? Because E and O come together when I will write like this. See, alkane, ol. Alkaneol you cannot write. E and O come together. Okay, when two words are there, in that case E and O will come, means you have to cancel the A. Then what we have to write according to this also? Alcohol. Alcohol, when it is there, alcohol means what is the functional group? ROH. Okay, ol. What it comes suffix? Ol. Then this also alcohol. I hope you might be understood this. Okay. Then how we are going to give the name for the alcohols? I will write one example. This compound having only one functional group. कितने functional group है? एक ही है. थक गए क्या? नहीं देख रहे वीडियो? अरे देखो यार. Then see. Numbering I have to start. This is not the carbon, oxygen. Don't include that. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Just see. What is the word root for this one? Prop. 3 carbons are there. Propane. Propane. Is it right? Plus अल्कोहल को क्या बोलते हैं? ऑल. माइनस ई प्लस ऑल. Okay. Then what it will become when the minus E will be there? Minus E. We are removing this. Then what is the name will come? Propanol. Okay, propanol. Okay, propane minus E plus all. Propanol. I am not mentioning a position. क्यों मेंशन नहीं किया हूँ? वो फर्स्ट पोजीशन पे है. और एक एग्जांपल देखते हैं. नाउ सी, फ्रॉम विच साइड, किधर से नंबरिंग देंगे? मोर प्रायर. कौन सा है फंक्शनल ग्रुप? OH है फंक्शनल ग्रुप, मोर प्रायर देन द सब्स्टिट्यूशन. Halogen we are writing as a substitution. Remember that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now write the name for this one. Substitution at which position? Third position. I will finish that one. 3-bromo. Then how many carbons are there? 4 carbons. Then what it will become? Prefix. But. Then it is the saturated butane. अल्कोहल को क्या आता है सफिक्स? ऑल. लेकिन यहाँ पे क्या है? ई ओ. दो एक ही बार आ रहे हैं कंटिन्यूअसली वोवेल्स. तब क्या करने का? ई को निकाल के फेंक देने का. देन व्हाट इज द नेम विल कम? 3-bromo butanol. Okay, understand? Okay, I hope you might be understood. If this is about the alcohols, then now we'll go for the aldehydes. Alcohol, the aldehyde functional group is RCHO. Aldehyde. Then for this suffix will come all al. See, अल्कोहल को aldehyde को क्या फर्क है? अल्कोहल में ओ रहता है, all suffix है. aldehyde में all suffix है लेकिन al है. Remember that. एक example. These are also derived from the alkanes only. Okay. Then what will be write the UPSC name? Alkane minus E plus all Al. Then what it comes? Alkanol. Al. Understand? क्या आता है? Al. Now I will give example. CH3, CH2, CHO. Only one functional group is there. Functional group, when it is there, we have to start numbering from here. 1, 2, 3. Then what is the word root for this one? There is no prefix, means no substitution. Word root is the propane. Then what is the suffix will come? Al for the aldehyde. See, where is the aldehyde? Here. Suffix is the Al. Then E and A come together, both the vowels. First word vowel we have to be omit. Then what is the name will come? Propanol. Propanol. Al. Is it? Now I will write both aldehyde also, alcohol also. और एक एग्जांपल देता हूं, aldehyde को भी इंक्लूड करेंगे, अल्कोहल को भी इंक्लूड करेंगे. देखो देखो देखो. See, from this end OH is first position, from this end aldehyde is first position. Which one have the more priority? इसमें देखो 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 देखो, इसमें aldehyde को रहेगा ज्यादा प्रायोरिटी. अल्कोहल यहाँ है, aldehyde उससे ऊपर है, हाई. ओके, aldehyde MP है, अल्कोहल MLA है. रेस्पेक्ट किसको देना है? MP को दो. Then how you will be giving the name for this one? Numbering first. किसको वैल्यू देना है? MLA को, MP को? जल्दी बोलो. MP. 1, 2, 3, 4. Aldehyde is also having the carbon. That's why we have to count that carbon also. Now what the name will come? This alcohol suffix means we are writing OL. Now it is prefix. Because more priority one is what? Al. Al will be take the position of suffix. इसको suffix में लिखेंगे ना, MP बैठने की जगह MLA को बिठाएंगे ना, MP मारेगा पकड़ के. Okay, MP he will never quit. MP member of parliament bigger than MLA. Okay. Then see how I am giving the name. OH means prefix hydroxy will come. कहाँ है चेक करो, यहाँ है hydroxy prefix. Which position? Fourth position. I will write 4 hydroxy. What is the word root? How many carbons it have? 4 carbons. Then what I will write? But. 4 hydroxy butane. Okay, butane. माइनस ई निकाल दिया हूं ब्यूटेन में से. क्या डालना है? ऑल डालना है. ओके, देन व्हाट इज द नेम फॉर दिस वन? 4 हाइड्रोक्सी ब्यूटानॉल. व्हाट इज द नेम? नेम क्या है? 4 हाइड्रोक्सी ब्यूटानॉल. बिकॉज aldehyde is present at first position, because that is the more priority group. Okay, समझ में आ गया? अल्कोहल aldehyde दो रहे तो क्या करना है? आई होप समझ में आ गया होगा. Now we'll go for the another functional group. Ketone. कीटोन का फंक्शनल ग्रुप क्या है? क्या है? C डबल बॉन्ड O. ए साइड भी सब्स्टिट्यूशन रहेगा, ए साइड भी सब्स्टिट्यूशन रहेगा, दो साइड भी क्या रहेंगे? सब्स्टिट्यूशन रहेगा. ओके, then how we are writing the IUPAC name for this one? How we are writing? Alkane. माइनस ई, सफिक्स क्या है कीटोन, कीटोन सफिक्स इज व्हाट, वेयर इज द कीटोन, ओन, माइनस ई प्लस ओन, then what we have to write, alkanon, सिंपल, वेरी सिंपल। अब एग्जांपल देता हूं, देखो CH3 CH2 now see from which side you will give the numbering, only one functional group is there, that is the ketone, that's why you have to start the numbering from this side, this side बोल तो यहां से स्टार्ट नहीं करने का यार, यहां से नहीं करने का स्टार्ट, इससे पहले भी है मिथाइल ग्रुप, then you have to be start, means it is ketone group near to which end, from that end we have to start, एक कीटोन ग्रुप यहां रहता तो यहां से स्टार्ट करने का, यहां से, ओके, 1 2 3 4 5, 5 means what is the word root, पेंटेन है नहीं, पेंटेन, ओके, नॉर्मल चेन ही है, सिंगल बॉन्डेड है, इसके डबल बॉन्ड को काउंट नहीं करने का यार, कार्बन कार्बन के बीच में ही देखने का, कार्बन ऑक्सीजन के बीच में नहीं देखने का, डोंट सी द डबल बॉन्ड, यू माइट बी थिंक इट इज अनसैचुरेटेड बिकॉज इट इज हैविंग द डबल बॉन्ड, इज इट राइट, क्वेश्चन आया नहीं तुम्हारे माइंड में, यू गॉट दिस क्वेश्चन, ओके, देन what we have to be do, we should not count the double bond between the carbon and oxygen, double bond should be count in between the carbon and carbon only, समझ में आया, ओके, then see pentane, ओके, pentane माइनस ई प्लस क्या है ओन, then what we have to be write, name pentanone, don't say like that sir यहाँ पे सेकंड पोजीशन पे कीटोन है ना, you can write pentane plus 2-on, you can write pentane plus 2-on, pentanone also it meaning gives same second position, ketone will be there, why, RCOR बोलते इधर भी कार्बन है इधर भी कार्बन है तभी कीटोन बोलते हैं, you can write pentanone or you can write pentane 2-on, दो भी सेम है, पेंटानोन, ओके। अब देखो another example I will give for this, अभी दो फंक्शनल ग्रुप है यार, नाउ विच इज मोर प्रायर, कीटोन इज मोर प्रायर और अल्कोहल इज मोर प्रायर, कौन सा ज्यादा प्रायोरिटी है, देखो पहले कौन सा है कीटोन, उसके बाद ही OH है, देन नंबरिंग फ्रॉम वेयर वी हैव टू स्टार्ट, फ्रॉम कीटोनिक साइड, कीटोन से नहीं कीटोनिक साइड से, कीटोनिक साइड मींस 1 2 3 4 5 6, OH it is not calling as the alcohol, no, because it is we are writing as the substituent, lowest lower priority when compared to the ketone, then first prefix we will write, which position hydroxy is there, 4 hydroxy, what is the word root, how many carbons are there, 6, that's why hexanon, hexane minus E plus on, hexanon, or 4 hydroxy hexane, hexane 2-on, both are same, कीटोन कहां पर है, सेकंड पोजीशन पे है, सेकंड पोजीशन पे रखो नहीं लिखे तो भी चलेगा हेक्सानोन, वो नहीं बोलने का सर पहले पोजीशन पे ही रहे तो नहीं लिखना, बोले सेकंड पोजीशन में है, क्यों सेकंड पोजीशन में है? सेकंड पोजीशन में रह के भी वो फर्स्ट पोजीशन जैसा ही लगता है, क्यों? वाई? RCOR, this is the functional group for the ketone. That's why ketone on, when it will become, everyone they will be understand that after functional group there is one more carbon. उसलिए this also you can write directly, everyone they will come to know ketone presented the second position only because of this. Okay, समझ में आ गया? Then we will go for the amines next. Now we can start the amines. What is the functional group of the amines? RNH2. This is the functional group for the amines. Then how we are going to give the nomenclature for this? See, because these are the derivatives of the ammonia, how they are going to be formed? Ammonia means C. These are the derivatives of this ammonia. Okay. Now derivatives of the ammonia means. Now how we are giving the IUPAC nomenclature for this amines? Alkane minus E plus amine means what? Alkanamine. Suffix we are writing as the amine. Prefix is the amino, but the suffix is the amine. Example. Now see, how many carbons it have? 3. Numbering from which side I have to start? From here. 1, 2, 3. Nitrogen. Don't give the number to the nitrogen. If carbon is there, then only you have to give the number. Remember that. Okay. Now see, in this case, only one functional group is there. That is we are writing as the suffix. That's why 3 carbons are there. Propane. Okay, what is propane? Minus E plus amine. What is the name for this one? Propanamine. Okay, समझ में आया? Okay. Now I will give one more example. A little difficult one. सब easy रहे तो समझ में नहीं आएगा. Some compounds they should be difficult. What is the name of this one? How many carbons it have? 4 carbons. 4 carbons means butane minus E plus amine, butanamine. Okay. Then for example, next we will go for the ethers. What is the functional group for the ethers? ROR. Don't be confused. Ketone means RCOR. Ether means ROR. In this case, how we are writing IUPAC name means, remember, alkoxyalkane. This is the IUPAC name. How we are going to be write. Which one is the alkoxy? Which one is the alkane? Suffix will become N. See, for ether, suffix will become N. Prefix will be alkoxy. Okay. Now see. Example I will give. CH3, CH2, OCH3. Now see. Which one we have to be choose as the suffix means, alkoxy means oxygen, which side it will be having the methyl, means less number of carbons, we have to include that carbon with that oxygen. See, no, this is the methyl, then this is the oxygen. That's why what we will be write? Methoxy. That's why for this we are writing as a prefix. Alkoxy come first. You cannot write propaxy, methane. Propaxy methane don't write, please. Why? Reason I told. Because the reason is that the alkoxy we have to choose that one which will be which side having the less number of carbons. This side 1 carbon, this side 3 carbons. That's why this is the methoxy. That's why according to IUPAC what? Methoxy. How many carbons? 3. Methoxy propane. Understand? I hope so. One more example I will give. Now in this case, which one is the alkoxy? This side 2 carbons are there, this side 1 carbon is there. That's why this will become alkoxy. Now what is the name for this one? Methoxy. Then what is this? Ethane. Methoxy ethane. Ane is the suffix. Alkoxy alkane. Like this. Now I will give one more example for practice. What is that? Just see. Amine group also there, hydroxy group also there. Which one is more prior? See, amine he is here. Hydroxy more prior than the amine. Okay. Then we have to start from the numbering. This hydroxy, but here hydroxy group attached at on the second carbon. Here amine group first carbon. Still, we have to give the numbering from the more prior group only. 1, 2. Don't start from here. Here also 1 carbon is there. 2, 3, 4. Now, amine we are writing as the suffix. Amino. Which position? 4th position. 4 amino. Then how many carbons it have? 4 carbons. Butane. Then which position hydroxy group is there? Second position. This one we are writing as the suffix. 2-ol. 4 amino butane 2-ol. Or you can write like this also. 4 amino to butanol. Understand? All OL. Okay. But the another example what we did at that time. For example, instead of OH, the compound is same. Here acid group is there. Here CH2 is there. Now how you will give the numbering and how you will give the name for this one. This is more confusing. It confuses more. It is little difficult one. But follow this one only. Okay. And priority, that is the group which will be having the more priority. Acid is there, amine is there. Acid will come first, more prior than the amine. That's why numbering I have to start from here. Is it from here? No. Why? Acid group it is having the carbon, but previously what I wrote, here it is having hydroxy group, here it is having any carbon? No. That's why I am starting numbering from here, but here carbon is there. That's why we have to start the numbering from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, then 5. Now, one more substitution is what? Methyl group. If here OH will be there means we are counting from here. But here acid is there, carbon is there. That's why we are counting from here. Then what is the name for that? Fifth position amino. Then second position methyl. Alphabetical order which will come first? Amino. 5 amino. Which position methyl is there? 2 methyl. How many carbons is there? 5. Pentane minus E plus oic acid, that is pentanoic acid. 5 amino, 2 methyl pentanoic acid. Okay, then I promise you I will attach the notes also. You can I will share the link of that notes in the description. Please download that notes. Okay, don't forget, please subscribe it or like it. Okay, इतनी मेहनत करा हूं यार, थोड़ा सा वैल्यू दो प्लीज. सब्सक्राइब करने से आपके पास से कुछ नहीं जाएगा, आपका पैसा जाएगा ना कुछ जाएगा. ओके, थैंक यू, नमस्कार.